surprise, surprise, I am here with the video after 2 months of no activity. Well, I've been uploading YouTube shorts, but that's not the same. But I have a solution for that. I am now streaming on Twitch and TikTok, so this allows me to repurpose that content to YouTube. So yeah, it's great, right? I'm killing two birds with one stone. That is great. That's amazing. But you're probably wondering, what am I doing on Twitch? So let me tell you what I'm doing. So I'm utilizing Twitch and TikTok streaming services more so for like live career advice / live labs and Q&As. So on Sundays at 6 p.m. Central, I do live resume and LinkedIn reviews for completely free. Now, I am not going through and actually doing your resume for you, but I am basically critiquing it and giving you advice on how you can better it. And I do that again every Sunday at 6 p.m. Central. And I will soon start doing labs on Twitch as well too, so you guys can do the labs with me and we can troubleshoot together if you are having any problems. And with me saying that, I want to take the time out, pause, click this link that's going to be up here, or go to the description below and follow me on Twitch as well. You know what, as a matter of fact, while you follow me on Twitch, you might as well follow me on everything: Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Twitch, and whatever else that I have down there. Just go do it. And once you guys go ahead and do that, then we can get into today's video. All right, so you're done? All right, cool. So today's video is going to be me reacting to TikTok videos. And I love doing these because it's so much information in them. Sometimes it's good information, sometimes it's bad information, but overall, they're pretty helpful. And if they're not that helpful, then I can give you an alternative view on said TikTok. So let's get into the first TikTok. I actually wanted to do this one first because when I stitched this video and said what I said, a lot of people had something to say. But on the second video, it proved what I said. So let's get into this reaction.
I'm a software engineer.
How much do you make?
I currently make $155,000 a year.
Cool. How long have you been doing it?
That's a good question. This stint, 7 years, and then I took a 14-year break before that.
Did you go on a discovery break? Did you try to figure out something else?
Seven years of experience for $155,000. That is very disrespectful. Oh, okay, you know what? I'm not going to say it's disrespectful, but for someone with 7 years of experience and making $155,000, yeah, they're screwing him. And again, I know he's a boomer, and he probably don't really care. He probably complacent at the job, and being complacent at the age, that's not bad at all. He probably have his mortgage paid off. He probably have everything paid off, and he just working just for the fun of it. But for the people that actually want to make more money and, probably not in the position that he's in, 7 years of experience at $155,000 is not that good. And the crazy thing about this, he said he took a 14-year break. But during that 14-year break, he was still like in a tech industry doing like QA, project management, all those type of things. So he still had relevant skill sets for what he was wanting to do. It's just, yeah, they're wrong for that. And I don't know if that's just his base salary or if that's, his base salary as well as his stock and equity as well too. I'm assuming it's just his base salary. But even at $155,000 base, that's pretty low, especially for someone like living in Austin. Austin is extremely expensive.
Something else?
Software engineering in the late 80s and early 90s was not nearly as much fun as it is now.
Okay.
And I went into management and QA and project management and product management and automation, and I wasn't very good at a lot of those things.
Okay.
I tried to fight and claw my way back to software engineering, and Indeed gave me the opportunity to get back into it full time.
What do you think worked out for you?
I had to modify.
So yeah, I'm assuming like he was just like extremely happy that he was able to get back into like programming. I'm assuming he was at Indeed for the last 7 years, and we all know if you're staying at a company for that long, you're not going to be getting that much when it comes to raise. But Yeah, even like if you look at the comments right here, you see my comments like, oh, they paying him peanuts. Please start telling people they're getting underpaid. Like, yeah, like like we know that he's getting underpaid. But again, when I stitched this video, like so many people had so much to say. But this second video is actually going to be showing you guys I was right. So let me show you this.
Living.
I'm a software engineer.
And about how much money do you make per year as a software engineer?
About 190,000.
And how many years experience do you have?
I just started, but I have about 2 internships, so about like 5 months.
And did you go to college?
He has 5 months of experience and 2 internships, and he's making nearly $200,000. Now, don't get me wrong. New York is definitely more expensive than Austin. It is, but that plays a role. I'm not gonna lie, that plays a role. But still, Austin and New York City, I believe they're considered like high cost of living cities. I mean, if we're being honest, bro, like Austin apartment rents is probably the same as New York. Like I was looking to move to Austin a couple of years back, and the apartment that I had out here in Dallas was about $3,700 or $3,800 here. For like a similar apartment in a similar part of town that I live here out there, it was $5,000 a month. Same company, everything, like exact, like transferring the lease it was extremely expensive. So again, I definitely feel like he's been underpaid. But this guy, you know, kudos to him. He's making a great, you know, amount of money. But I'm really curious to know if that's like just his base salary or if that's his base salary plus his equity. That would be a good question. Like I would really love to know if that's the case. I'm assuming it may be like equity plus base salary. His base salary might be around like 150, and he's probably getting like 40,000 per year for equity. I mean, yeah, for equity. So he's probably getting like what, 160,000 over the course of 4 years. That sounds about right. But it also depends on the company that he's working at. So let's see if you say what company he's working at.
College, if so, where did you go to and what did you major in?
I went to UNC Chapel Hill and majored in computer science.
Living.
Software.
Okay, so they didn't say.
Okay. Hello, thank you for taking the time to interview with us today. Hey. Hi there, nice to meet you. Really excited for this opportunity. So before we start on the technical, why don't you tell me a little bit about why you're here today? Yeah, I'm looking to get paid more. If I don't love the offer, I'll probably use it as leverage in my current company. I love the company mission. The technologies you're using are in line with what I want to use, and I just want to work on solving interesting problems that have high impact using my skill set as an engineer. Okay, great. Let's get started then. The question is reversed doubly linked binary tree.
All right, so I actually just made a TikTok about this a couple of days ago when I was basically saying it's always better to look for a job when you have a job instead of like waiting till you get fired or laid off. And when I say look for a job, I'm not actually saying like actively look. Like I don't actively apply to jobs. If a recruiter reach out to me, then I'm probably going to entertain it just to see like what's out there in the market. Because when you're interviewing, you don't have any pressure. You don't feel the anxiety. It's just like, all right, cool. Like I already have a job. Whatever it is, what it is. I'm just going to trying to hear out what you guys are saying. Are you looking to pay me more money? But yeah, you definitely tend to get better offers when you actually are employed and people are reaching out to you, because at that point you just don't care. Like you don't have all the anxiety. You don't really like you at the end of the day, you just don't care. And I can't really explain it unless you've like really just went through it. And another thing too, when you guys do have jobs, I always try to tell people interview when you have a job, because if you're not interviewing, companies been, especially in this economy, people have been laid off left and right. People are getting fired left and right. And a lot of people have been at these companies 3, 4, 5 years, and they don't really know how to interview no more. Like I'm not gonna say they don't know how to interview, but their interviewing skills has left them because they haven't needed to interview. And also you don't know what the market is. You don't know what skill sets out there, because again, you've been doing the same thing for 3, 4, 5 years, and you don't really have like a strong understanding of what the current market is. So that's my tip for y'all. I mean, don't actually go out and apply to jobs if you don't want to and things like that, unless you actually trying to leave your current company. But if a recruiter reach out to you and they say, hey, you know, we have this position and we feel like you may be a good fit, like let's have a conversation, I would definitely say have the conversation. Because again, you may get paid way more money there, or if you really love the company that you're at right now, you can take that offer and leverage it to get another pay raise or for them to match the offer. You know, you never really know until you ask, but that's kind of my advice for that. So let's look at another video.
Quicker, faster, stronger, sleeker, bulkier, quicker. These words define our future. I have 3 more words for you. AI, cloud-based, data-driven. Introducing the Data Liner.
All right. So if anyone's like in the tech industry, especially like in the technical part of things, or even like product management, like when using the words machine learning, AI, cloud-based or cloud security, blockchain, he actually missed that one. He was supposed to have blockchain in there. That was the only thing that he was missing. But like, it's so funny because like they throw out all of these buzzwords when half the time the product isn't really doing any of that stuff. It's just, when people hear stuff like that, it's like, oh, like it's gonna make my job easier, let me go ahead and buy it. And when they have like all of those buzzwords in there, I promise you the product is probably like extremely expensive and it is not worth it at all. It's better just go like an open source route and do that. But let's finish watch this video and let's see what he's talking about.
Data Liner V, like victory. Integrating all of your data needs across internal tools, from payroll channels to admin panels, starting at the low affordable cost of $15,000 per month, per user, per monitor on their desk. Quicker.
Yo, that pricing model is insane, because it's funny because companies really do this. Like when you working with certain like product, I want to say, I'm not going to say exactly which company, but there's definitely a company that does this for like whatever sim they use, and it's extremely expensive. It's a really great product, but it's stupid expensive. But like this is probably like extremely accurate. But based on that pricing model though, they're probably going to be doing layoffs very, very soon. So they're going to, you know, hit them with the, hey guys, sorry to come to you with news like this, but I'm going to have to lay off 50% of the company. But that's funny though. He makes a lot of funny videos. You guys should probably go follow him. Austin Naso. I think I probably messed it up. Yo, Ashley, she makes really great videos, so let's check this out.
That I think are totally not worth it, and it's a complete waste of your time. Although most of them are a waste of your time if you don't have experience, but these are the top 3 that is like, why would you? Why would you? Okay, so number 1, the Google PM cert. And although Google reached out to me because...
Okay. I am glad she brought up Google certs. I don't really know too much about the PM certs. But what people don't realize, there are a difference in between certificates and certifications. Certificates are basically like, hey, you completed this, it's participation trophy. That's all it is. Like, hey, you completed this, here goes your certificate. And I can definitely tell you the Google certificates are not that good. They aren't. Like, I've looked into them and they're not that good. Now, their cloud certifications, that's completely different from their certificates. Like, you know, they have the Google IT Help Desk certificate and all things like that. They're not really that good. I can tell you that right now. So, if you're trying to get into the tech industry, I mean, obviously, if they're free, do it. I mean, why not? It's free. But don't expect a lot out of that because it's not that good. I'm here to tell you, it's just not that good. But again, if it's free, take it. You know, free anything never hurt anybody, but just have lower expectations when it comes to that.
Because I think they heard me talk about this. I'm still standing by it. It's a waste of your time. I'm not saying all Google certs. I'm just saying this one specifically. Okay, next one. The Salesforce cert. What are you going to do with that beyond Salesforce? Okay, never mind. All right.
Okay, so she has a great point when it comes to like those specific like certifications, certificates when it's really only focusing on one thing. I mean, it's pretty good, I guess, if you're trying to like hurry up, get into the industry and learn one, particular technology just to kind of get your foot wet. But overall, I like to try to tell people, especially if you're in the tech industry, I like to be like a generalist instead of just being an expert at something. Because like, what happens when we no longer using this technology, or no one's really needing this and they're not hiring for it, so now I have to relearn a totally new different skill set, and that becomes hard. So for me, I like to kind of like be mile wide, inch deep. I think that's the saying. So I know for me, like I know Splunk, I know Sumo Logic, I know Graylog, I know Google Chronicle. And if you guys don't know what this is, these are basically like SIMs. So a SIM is basically like a piece of software where we collect data or collect logs to visualize them and correlate the data to create security alerts. So like I know a ton of different stuff like cloud security. I'm well versed in cloud security now. Now I'm kind of getting to the space where I'm learning application security now, because it helps me with my job. So like, and that's why I try to tell people in this industry of being in the tech industry, you have to constantly learn, because if you don't constantly learn, you're going to be left in the dirt and you're not going to last long in this industry. Like I preach this over and over and over again. Like if you get in this industry just for the money, hey, get in for the money. I'm not going to tell you what to do. But be aware of what you're getting yourself into, especially if you're in a technical role. If you're in a technical role, you're going to have to constantly be learning. Because I know with me as a threat detection engineer, I constantly have to look up like any vulnerabilities or any hacks. Like I literally every day I wake up, okay, what's happening in security news today? Is there anything that I should be worried about? No? Okay, cool. If there is something in the news that's worried about, I have to go research what happened and try to create a threat detection for what was found, and to make sure that our environment is safe. Like that is a lot of work. Like I do so much research in my job, but the thing about it is I love it, so it's not that bad.
And then the last one, Adobe certs. Like I'm just like, what do you do with that? Posts, like if you have visual or graphic design experience, then that's gonna show, in your portfolio. Otherwise than that, you need to be a pro at like editor or PDF form or something. I don't know. And here are 3 texts.
Yeah, no, she's really right with that too. Like if you're good at designing and stuff like that, you don't need an Adobe certification to reinforce that. You're good. Let's see. We're gonna do one more video. Let's do this video.
IT help desk is literally so easy. When I got my first job in IT, I had no degree and I had no experience in the field. Here's what I did. First, you write a resume as you would write any resume, but in your cover letter, tell them that you are studying for the A+ exam. Grab yourself a copy of one of these, skim through it. There's a lot of shit in there that if you were taking the actual exam is literally just memory.
Okay, so she's saying some good stuff. Okay, so my thing is about me. I do not believe in cover letters. I've never written a cover letter ever in my life. But what you could do, instead of creating a cover letter, on the certification portion of things, you can just add whenever you add certification area on your resume, for certifications, you can write CompTIA A+ pursuing, and in your project section or education or training, you can actually lay out what are you doing or the training that you're taking and the objectives that you learn in that training, which pretty much can help you or allow recruiters to find you through ATS. Because if you don't have any IT help desk experience overall, then obviously they're not going to be able to find it in your resume. So you have to be able to correlate that information from the training that you're taking on your resume. And also, if you guys are interested in IT help desk, which is typically a lower barrier entry to tech, it's great actually to get in there, because I always try to tell people You have to be a great troubleshooter if you want to go the technical route when it comes to tech. And help desk definitely allows you or teach you how to troubleshoot all skills. Now, you don't need to go to help desk, but being a help desk, it gives you an overall great experience of what it feels like to be in the tech industry, and they give you those foundational skills. And they actually pay pretty good. I know some places $40, $50 an hour, $30, $40, $50 an hour. It just really depends if you're on a contract or full-time employee. The pay for IT help desk or desktop support, it ranges it's a huge range overall. But if you are interested into this, check out this link up here, and I will have a link that allows you to learn stuff about IT help desk, and it will also be linked in the description below. So if that is something that interests you, check that out.
Memorization shit that no one cares about, but like every
Okay, so I wanted to bring that up, and this is why I tell people stop worrying about certification, because she literally just told you guys just memorize it. No, that does not help you in the tech industry. You have to actually know how to do some of this stuff. Like, you actually have to have hands on the keyboard or actually know what you're talking about when you're doing that. And this is why I'll repeat this so much on my social media platform. Do not focus on memorizing stuff for a certification test. Learn it. If you learn it, you don't need to memorize it. If you know it, when you take the test, you're good. Stop memorizing stuff. But yeah, that's my take on that. I hate it.
every company's tech systems are different. So literally, if you just learn the basics, they have to train you on everything else anyway. During your interview,
okay, so she's not lying about that either. So, and I tell people this all the time as well too. Just learn the fundamentals, the basics, and they have to train you on everything else. Like, a lot of different companies have completely different systems, and you know, they do have to train you on how to learn it, because sometimes it's proprietary software, and only that company have it, so they have to train you how to use it. But you have to apply the knowledge that you learn from the fundamentals of the basics to that particular software or tool or whatever it is you're using. So you have to really know your stuff so that you can be trained and understand that particular software.
make sure you learn something about the company and make some kind of reference to something you read on their website about like the company mission or company goals or whatever. And then in the interview, just fake it till you make it. Act like you're super passionate about the company and you love the company and you really care so much about tech and this is all you've ever wanted to do in your whole life. You just really want to be in the tech industry. They're literally just looking for people who give the tiniest shit.
I hate to say it. She's right. She is right. A lot of these companies truly just want somebody that's passionate and just willing to learn. Because if you're passionate and you're willing to learn, then you're going to love your job and you're going to be very, very good at it. So I say that all the time, and you know, it's true. You really dig into it. Like, I really love this country. I mean, now I'm not going to say lie. Don't lie, but if you see some stuff that's on their company mission or their company website that you really feel like resonate with you, then take it and really go for it. And I know, like, typically at that level, they definitely do kind of ask you questions like that, like, hey, like, why this company, what's your interest of this company and things like that. Me personally, I haven't been asked that question in 3 or 4 years. Like, people don't at this point, they don't really care. But like, typically at that entry level area and things like that, they will ask you like why this particular company, or and ask you about the company mission or their values or anything like that. Nowadays they just ask you like, hey, why are you looking to leave this company? So yeah, that's good. But that concludes all of my reactions for today. This video is probably going to be like 10 or 12 minutes, and I did not expect for it to be that long. I was aiming for 6 to 8 minutes, but probably not there. But with that being said, I really appreciate you guys for staying tuned, following me, and supporting me on my journey to where I'm creating all of this great content for you. And again, if you have not yet followed me on Twitch or any of my social medias, please go to the link in the description below and do that for me. I would really be appreciative of that. Also, I noticed at the end of the video, If you haven't yet, like and subscribe. I know it's the end of the video, but whatever. All right, peace.